Hello and welcome back to the next episode of Civilization VII, Benjamin Franklin Scientific Playthrough. In the last episode, we unlocked Gunpowder, and we were able to upgrade our naval fleets to galleons in preparation for this war that we're going to declare against Xerxes. So this next episode, we probably are going to declare that war. We're going to we'll wait the 3 turns until our last tercio is in this commander. And then we will declare that war on Xerxes. I'm going to push that commander back closer towards Baghdad. I think Baghdad is probably going to be the first city that we're going to capture, or at least attempt to capture. I know that potential war with Xerxes is going to cause us some war wariness and some negative, combat strength on our units. But that's going to have to be a sacrifice that we're willing to make if we're going to try and win this war. I'm going to protect this river a whole lot stronger than we did in the previous war with Xerxes. And our naval units should have a pretty easy going, hopefully, against Xerxes this time, since we do have those galleons now. We are missing a little bit of gold to upgrade these 3 carracks into galleons, but as soon as that tercio goes over towards that other commander near Baghdad, we should have the gold then. And we're going to let's grab a bombard. Then these galleons will just sleep for now. We're surrounding Xerxes up here. And we have another army commander. So let's move this army commander down here as well. And we can start adding lancers and other units into that army commander. And then on our second continent that we founded, we do have the cities of Barcelona and Valladolid over here, and we have relatively good relations, or we're starting to get better relations with Confucius. We're only -44 now, so we're not hostile just yet, thankfully. So that does stop us from going to war on 2 continents at the same time. I may even look to potentially grow out another town, maybe over in this area. I'm not sure how many of Xerxes' towns and cities we are going to end up keeping, but let's move on to the next turn. We do have a good bit of influence up here, so we could use some of that
established all his knights, gave them land
to foster alliances. So if we were to go to war, or whenever we do go to war with Xerxes, then we would have some alliances with other civilizations. We're going to get a missionary here because I feel like every time we convert back to our religion, there's the fool over here that converts it back. So that's Catherine the Great's missionary. Let's move our fleet commander up closer just so they get the points from this naval conquest. And then let's go cartography 2 to get that additional food. And we can get medieval walls here. Let's do that for the coastline. Just because Madrid is a coastal city, I like to always try and at least have 2 medieval walls on my coastal towns and cities. Tikal still needs 1. But do we have enough gold to upgrade this now? No, we're still missing out a little bit of gold, so that's going to be next turns. We'll get these treasure convoy points and command our units. Let's just sleep this fleet commander for now. And sleep the galleon. And we'll continue our exploration on this continent. High down, whose town is that? Confucius. I know he's not going to agree to open borders, so there's no point in even trying. And here's our bombard. So our bombard can go Alright, that commander's got more. Actually, I think that Tertio's going to go in that commander, and then it's going to tell us there's no more space. That's what I assume it's going to do, because I don't think that commander's got any more or less command space than any of the others. I do want to keep one, or at least a couple of these closer town than cities, especially back Wakanabo, Q-Town, all defended with at least one powerful ranged unit. We'll build some fortifications here.
I have collected all the writings and burnt those which were of no use.
So we got a narrative choice. Let's go. A clouder of cats. The abundance of cats attracted to the wharf by the smell of fish is becoming controversial among locals. The priests say scavenging for scraps at the dock is beneath such sacred creatures, but the local merchants say the cat's presence keeps the food stores safe from rats, if we don't right-click out of it. So cats should be worshipped. We get +2 culture on the wharf. Cats are useful, +2 food, or cats are just cute, +2 happiness. Let's grab the food. And let's try and figure out what. We had that +1 charge for missionaries. Let's actually grab bureaucracy just because of those specialist points, so we're not losing as much food in our specialists. And then it wants us to build a world wonder. I'm not the biggest fan of building wonders, especially not in this playthrough. Maybe if we were to do another playthrough playing as like Hatshepsut or someone that really prioritizes wonder builds, then we could go for a social policy playthrough. I believe for the social legacy path, wonders is part of the antiquity age. But in this playthrough, playing as a scientific leader like Benjamin Franklin, I'm not really sure if it's in our best interest to build wonders at this stage of the game. Now we can have enough gold to upgrade these to galleons. And we still have a good bit of gold left over, so let's upgrade these units. It's kind of frustrating, but upgrade, and then let's move them back. Okay, Wakanabo has completed a wharf for +6 food. I don't have any ageless buildings to build, so our food, our production is good. Our science is pretty good, but it could definitely be improved. Happiness is really good. So let's build a university. Get that +7 science. Because even though science production on Wakanabo, the town was good, you see we are quite significantly behind Catherine the Great, +393. And then Confucius well in the lead, +466. Do we still have that? No, we don't. So let's try and get that research collaboration back with Jose, so that gives us a little bit of a boost, and it gives him a boost as well. If we weren't planning on going to war and hostile relations with Xerxes as the next lowest in terms of science, I would have chosen him. But let's see if Hatshepsut would do a research collaboration with us. Oh, she rejected it. That's annoying. So she rejected that, so our relations with her decreased a little bit. Amina looks to be the next one. I'm pretty sure Amina would accept it. Yeah, she accepted it. She didn't support it, though, which is surprising. But it's neither here nor there. As long as she accepted it, that's all we're really looking for. We get that little boost to our science, so we're at +287 now. And that observatory is definitely going to help us out over there as well. I have a feeling that volcano is going to erupt on my scout. Yeah, and we'll move over to next turn. He's staying back for now.
The map was a model for rather than a model of what.
Oh, that's not who I want to move, but sure. Let's move him back. So we got metal casting, architecture, metallurgy, or heraldry. Let's get heraldry just for that plus strength on my inventory unit. Or inventory unit is inventory. Sure. And we will push that. Actually, no. No. We're going to move that scout over there. Just because of that exploration. And finally, our great person is over here. So let's move him one more tile up, and then we'll activate the great person on that river square. And activate. So that gives us a little bit of gold, and we have a city growth over here as well. So we're making 36 food, 22 production. So we do have a lot of different production options over here. So we've got a +4 +1 culture +2 happiness. I've got +4 +1 food, 2 happiness over here. Let's go ahead and grab this one for the food for now. Barcelona is growing fast. Just with the amount of food resources and then production as well, it's going to be one of our fastest growing towns. Bach has made the missionary again, so let's grab another galleon. And then let's use this charge to get a majority here. And then we can move these over here and get retake our majority on our town of Lacanable. We completed our medieval walls. Let's see if we have any trade routes available, and then we'll upgrade these crossbowmen that are closest to Xerxes. So we already got that upgrade. While we're here, let's denounce his military presence as well. And let's hinder his research and his public morale. I think I'm going to try and increase my trade route capacity with Hatshepsut. We did just spend a lot of our influence sanctioning Xerxes. But once we gain some of that influence back up, then I want to spend some of it on increasing our trade capacity so we can increase our relations with her. Our relations with Confucius has changed to neutral, so that really helps us out over there. And Q-Town's got some growth as well. So Q-Town is really struggling on production over here, so let's grab this for the 2 happiness. And our capital city of Madrid has some growth opportunity. So I think, just like before, we should be prioritizing our science output. This one has +1, +3 science, +2 culture, so let's go ahead and grab another specialist on there. Let's try and grab some more merchants as well. So they would have +3 war support if we were to declare a war that way. I think even with that +3, this should be a whitewash in terms of the naval victory. So I think we should just go ahead and do it. Okay, so we're halfway through this episode. It's going to be a longer one because we're going to war with Xerxes. Let's use this fleet commander. And down goes one of Xerxes' fleet. He did have another one somewhere around here. There it is. And we will push on in and deploy our army. We'll get a minor defeat for attacking Raga, but that's not a problem. And then let's deploy the army here as well. Oh, Baghdad is Hatshepsut. I'm blind as a bat, evidently. Well, never mind. I'm sure some of y'all will probably screaming at the screen saying Baghdad was not part of Xerxes' empire, but it's fine. War has been declared. We can't. There's no takes backs on war at this point. Oh, well, that's fine. Hatshepsut is going to declare war against me anyway, so...
Yes. But do you have a flag?
That's kind of dumb with my galleons right here, but sure. Whatever floats your boat, Hatshepsut. Okay, so with a war with Hatshepsut, I do need to worry about her advancing from this side. She is kind of surrounding our empire, but I believe we should be able to hold them off, hopefully. It's get a metal casting for that combat strength. And then in Madrid, let's grab... Let's grab a Lancer so we can attack from a distance with the Arquebusier, and then use the Lancer to clean up the, I guess, the injured units. Move the army commander up. This army commander I'm actually going to turn around. And then let's use this to attack the galleon. Should sink it, hopefully. And it does. And these galleons I'm going to push round here, blocking off any potential naval support coming this way. I may end up moving those galleons back up towards Zaragoza if Xerxes has any naval units that escape this little section. It shouldn't, but just because of my naval dominance in this general area, but that is going to be my plan moving forward. We will do a focus fire on here. Okay, that tertiary I'm going to move back and then swap with the other one. This Lancer, where's my... Let's actually move that Lancer up here to clean up those units from Hatshepsut that made their way into our territory. And then for now, on this tertiary, I'm just going to skip the turn. And then that missionary is going to make its way over to Q-Town. So we can grow Wat Cab now. Can add specialists in here, so let's add our specialists. So we get +1 food, 2 science, 2 culture. Looks like it's probably going to be the best option, so let's go ahead and do that. I do want to ensure that this river is well protected. Well, it didn't even give us the animation. I'm not even sure that any damage was done there. So this Tertio, let's move back, replace him with this. And then once again, let's do a focus fire on Raga. I'll clear out the city-state while I'm on my way down, because why not? My commander gives me +300 production, and it gives some experience to that commander as well, so sure is worth it, maybe. And so we got plus 70, plus 50. Is this a city or a town? Okay, it's the city. So, what shall we... Let's grab the shipyard. And then our fleet commander has this promotion, so... I really love the can attack after unpacking from both a naval and a army commander standpoint. I just feel like it's such a strong specialty to have. Okay, our Lancer is the only one that can move, so we can do a focus fire here. Oh, Baghdad's defenses are tiny. I actually think Baghdad, like we said, may be one of the better options to incorporate into our empire with all these resources. That volcano may be a bit of an issue, but it's just so many resources that we could definitely use. We'll skip that commander's turn for now. We have another treasure convoy. Who is that, Jose? So let's move our treasure convoy up over. Oh, that's frustrating. I didn't know they were there. Thankfully, we have the gold to purchase some units to defend this area. It looks like Xerxes and Hatshepsut are over here. I'm not sure if they have any distant lands towns. I don't see anything, but there could be some in this area. But thankfully our crossbowman there was under his fortifications, so it wasn't too big a deal. Let's improve trade relations with Catherine. We can get horse and fox as empire resources, or iron as empire resources. So let's go ahead and grab that one. I think we're relatively okay units. Well, that's not what I want to do. But never mind. We're relatively okay units-wise, so I'm not sure if we need to keep getting more units for this war. So I think we're good for now, just so we're not paying too much in unit maintenance. That's at least until, if we do end up, I'm sure we will end up losing some. Okay, so he has started moving his units out, so let's... Raga looks like it may end up falling here shortly. And we captured Baghdad, so hunters have chased the white elephant for years. Finally, they trap it in a clearing. Harness it is returned to the Spanish court. A sign, the prophets say, of a great new order to come. So have 4 temples. We unlock the Siam Empire. And we capture the district of Baghdad from Hatshepsut. So we do definitely want to keep Baghdad. That opens up a lot of resources for our empire as well. Does a fleet commander have a... Yes, fleet commander has a combat point. We will get that engagement for attacking naval units. And then our army commander also has a point as well. So he's currently on Bastion. So actually let's grab the first one for assault so we can attack after unpacking. We get 2 city resources, so 2 lots of mangoes. Madrid's got 95. I think Wak Kabna is going to be our best option for city resources for these mangoes, just because of limited food. We do need to slot some town resources on Barcelona and Valladolid as well. Barcelona's food, it's just doing so incredibly well. I'm really happy with that distant land settlement over there. I'm going to build a fortifications there for now. I think our river... I really don't want to cede this river, but I think we're doing good in terms of navy, so I can cede that position for now. I could always move more naval resources over there if we need to. And then these galleons, let's pack back inside the fleet commander. Let's heal him up for now, and then we will use it to push up this, and then potentially... I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get a naval siege on Thebai, but we could at least block any of Xerxes' naval units coming up this passage. We have a treasure convoy here, but I'm not sure if it's going to be a dumb idea to try and move it, because it's just going to get attacked. Let's try and move it up and out this way. So that ivory plus 3 happiness. Back's only got 1.1 happiness right now. Baghdad's -2 happiness, but we did just take over Baghdad. So let's throw this ivory into Bak. I don't understand why you would attack my army commander there, but whatever. Oh no, who do we lose? Defending Lancer was killed by Keshig. It's fine. I think it's the one that we had over... Yeah, it was the one that we had over here. It's fine. We got our bombard unit, so that's really going to help out our... I'm going to instantly attack here as well. And down goes the infantry. So I'm going to put all of these, so the bombard, the arquebusier, and the lancer all inside that commander. Okay, so Jose is starting to move his units down. We do have some good relations with Jose, so I don't think... Let's see if we can form an alliance with him. Okay, he's not going to consider another alliance. I guess he just doesn't want to go to war with who we're at war with right now. It's fine. So I would put a specialist in back, but our happiness is low, so let's move and claim that square. We can expand our town as well as Valladolid. So we've got 14 food, 17 production. So food is going to be on the agenda. This one is a better tile, but I'm wondering if we get this food, if we can push out to get that niter. We can, nice. Now that is relatively clear, we can move our treasure convoys up and over. Looks like we're good to go on this fleet commander, so let's push the fleet commander over. And let's start bombarding Xerxes' capital. Okay, so Raga doesn't fall just yet, but it should fall next turn. And we did lose a Lancer, so we could... Let's grab another one. It doesn't look like we have any buildings we can build right now, so let's grab that Lancer to replace the one that we lost. And we can get Protestantism majority there. I'm going to move all of these units back into the army commander. And then that Tercio, let's put him into the city of Baghdad. And got another treasure convoy. We're doing really well with these treasure convoys. Looks like Amina is going to start another trade route to us. Tragedians perform the mystery of a religious prophet for a modest crowd. Afterwards, they pack up their pageant wagon, hoping to find a more rapt audience in the next city. So suggest a lighter story plus 450 happiness. Learn more about the prophet. Let's suggest a lighter story, sure. Who is that? That's Jose. Has got some distant lands towns over here. I do want to explore this whole undiscovered area of the map. That Hatshepsut, but yeah, why? I don't understand why she would bombard Madrid, like use her points
Fellows worked incessantly for 3 days and
to
3
bombard Madrid when she knows she's gonna get destroyed the next turn. Like, I feel like it's just wasting a unit. Like, bam, gone. There was really no point. Let's use this one to convert Jose. So we got Architecture or Metallurgy 2. Let's get that for more range strength. And we're going to destroy this knight that is trying to desperately defend Raga. Is Raga going to fall? Okay, it doesn't have any district defenses, but it's probably going to fall next turn, so it's not too big a deal. Okay, it looks like there's gonna be nothing really to do in this section apart from use it as a blockade, so I don't know if we need the full naval fleet over here with the fleet commander. I feel like just one galleon's probably enough. So let's move that fleet commander over here just to see if there's anything that Xerxes may have settled on that little island. There's really nowhere for this knight to go, so that's fine. Okay, looks like Hatshepsut may have something down here. Her units are all the way over here, so we may have to get a army commander. Oh, wow. Hatshepsut's up here as well. Move that Lancer into Barcelona. This Lancer to attack their knight, and then this Lancer to go in the arquebuses go in the fortifications. She must either have a city down here or just put a ton of her units over to these distant lands. Alright, so we're going to end the episode here. It is a little bit longer than our regular episodes. I didn't want to make it too long. The next episode, we're just going to continue with this war. Raga should definitely fall at the beginning of next episode, and then we can move on with our siege of Xerxes' capital. Xerxes does have a settler which is making its way over in this part of the island, so I'm going to use one of these units, probably the Tercio, to attack and take that settler. But like I said, we're going to end the episode here. I really appreciate everyone watching. If there's any feedback you want to give regarding my gameplay, anything I could do to improve, please drop that in the comments. And it would really help me out and help the whole channel out and help us grow. But I really appreciate everyone watching. This has been Scott Venom. I'll see everyone in the next video.